Hello everyone, LRon here with part 68 of my Minecraft 123. Alright, so we are almost coming to the tail end of the cohort. Got a short video after this, but this one will be full length. We are now in a state where we are getting ready to lay the foundations for our enchanting table. And that's going to be an exciting time, because then we can enchant within the privacy of our own farm, instead of having to go to the village, go through the nether to get to the village, and waste a lot of time. Alright, so let's place ourselves some bookshelves. Alright, and eat ourselves some Malone. Looks like we're going back to Malone for some reason. I don't know why we're not doing rotten flesh like we were before. But looks like it's time for us to do some fishing, and as you can see, we are successfully getting underground fish at this point. So, that's going to be good. I think we get something on the order of 30s or 40s in terms of number of fish. And that will be beneficial for us when we go out and tame some ocelots. And an interesting little tidbit of information I found out is lily pads can destroy boats. So don't drive your boat into a lily pad. I know it's kind of weird advice, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright, so that's more spiders. So the idea is harvest a couple fish, turn around, kill some spiders, harvest a couple fish, and then eventually go back over to the zombies. That dynamic works out decently. At some point in the next cohort, I do expand the length of the funnel for the spiders, which essentially makes it so that the spiders caught at the end of the trap don't count towards what the spawner can do. The problem is then that diverts me too far away from the zombie spawner, so I'm not spawning zombies. So the problem is there is no way to get the ideal situation for all three of these spawners, and ultimately the zombie spawner is the best of the three, so that's all kind of led to the decision of, you know, discontinuing my efforts with the spider farm. But I guess that's all kind of on the spoiler alert side, because we are kind of far from that point at this point. Although I don't remember how early into the cohort I did do all that. So maybe we're not that far away. But in any case, that will still be an entire cohort away. Kill some more of these spiders. And then, I'm kind of at a point at the end of cohort 6 where I'm starting to wonder what my plans are. Like, what am I going to do with myself? I mean, we've got the infinite experience, so we can eventually get all the enchantments that we want. We've got the sheep farm, so we've got, you know, all the dyed wool that we can want. And we've got the room to expand it, so we can get all the various colors that we don't presently have. And then we've got the ocelots finally, so we've got all the cats we can want, or at least the potential to expand our cat network. I still do need to very much so expand the cat network, but we are not at that phase just yet. But I don't have any particular goals in mind. So, I will open the floor. If anyone has any requests on, you know, what to do, what to build, what will get them nice and excited. I am open to suggestions and requests and whatnot. So, feel free to comment or message me and let me know what you want to see, and I'll see about making it so. And I think at that point I was counting to see how many bookshelves I had in place to see if it was an acceptable time to start using it or not. Because according to the wiki, you can only get benefit from up to 15 bookshelves. So once we have 15, everything's just cosmetic beyond that. And then, if we're under, we have to assess if, we're under by enough where we don't really care enough to go all the way back out to the desert. So there is that, of course. Alright, so now we're going to continue to do our fishing and rinsing and repeating. You know what might be interesting, assuming I remember and nobody else has any requests, maybe I'll expand our nether network a bit. Go out and find ourselves or make ourselves another portal and see where it takes us. See if we can get to another interesting biome or interesting situation. Something that's actually worth all that traveling by minecarts to get to. I should probably double check and see how many blocks it actually takes to get to something that's actually unique enough to care. They probably have statistics on that kind of stuff. And I'm kind of just eyeballing it. I think I just went completely random with the other ones. It's like, yeah, I think I've been digging enough type of deal. Oh, yeah, it's all fine and dandy, but it'd be nice to actually know how much is necessary to make, a sizable jump that doesn't end up also waste nether space. And yeah, I definitely need to make that second brake system, because having the minecart fall off the rails every time is getting pretty annoying. And my patience is kind of starting to wear thin. Alright, but on the upside, we've got more bookshelves, so we should certainly have more than enough to enchant without problems at this point. There's something in there that's worth 31. I forget if I go back and decide to get a 31. Nope, looks like I know. Alright. So I forgot, it was like silk touch and efficiency or something. So that actually kind of leaves me with an interesting idea. I could probably go with the approach of sticking with silk touching diamonds that I find, and then put them in a designated safe area, and then once I get a fortune enchantment, then I can basically get more diamonds out of it than I should otherwise. Seems like a reasonable idea. That's it for this video. I'll see you next video.